Do you get stressed out at the holidays? Are there a ton of things you want to do but just run out of time to do because your list is so long? That's totally been me, like every year, and I really don't like that feeling. So after the craziness of last year, I sat down and I made a list. Here are all the things that I need to do in order to have the Christmas of my dreams, right? And I put dates next to each of the things. I was like, this is what I'm gonna do next fall to be sure that my December is lovely and wonderful and focused on time spent with my family rather than my giant to-do list. So if that sounds like a dream come true for you, let's get into today's video. Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sarah and I have 4 kids. Yes, it's a lot to Christmas shop for. And like my husband, I got to shop for him too. You feel me? It can be overwhelming, the Christmas time. So I am going to share with you the list that I have come up with. And don't worry, you're not going to have to take notes throughout this video. I have put a printable in the description box below and a link to the Google Doc so that you can go in and you can edit it and change it to your specific to-dos and the dates that you want to plug in for it so that it will work for you. And just side note, I'm not one of those people that's like, yes, it's September, put on all the fall clothes. This is just, Christmas themed. But I normally am the kind of person that is like, let's stretch out summer as long as possible and not deal with a holiday until it's like, it's here. But now that we have all these kids, like that type of go with the flow isn't really working for me. So doing a little pre-planning so that we can really be in the moment when the holiday time arrives. One of the most stressful things to do each year is to get out the Christmas cards. If you are not planning on sending out Christmas cards, you can skip to the next chapter of this video. But if you are, this is something you're going to want to tackle really early. And in fact, I'm putting this video out kind of late for getting new family photos done this year. You guys might have photographers in your area who are offering like a day of mini sessions and they turn that around really quick for you. But if not, it might be hard to get on somebody's schedule this fall. So you might be using an older photo or just one that you're taking yourselves. Just for future reference, you probably want to go ahead and reach out to a photographer in the summertime to schedule your photos for September or October because you want to allow enough time for them to get the photos back to you and then enough time for you to then go and pick your favorite and design a card and order it, all that good stuff. So after that, you've got to get everybody's addresses. So you're going to want to go ahead November 1, go ahead and contact the different people that you need to get updated addresses from and start compiling that list. The best way to do this is to put it into a spreadsheet. You can use Excel or Google Sheets. That makes it super easy. And then you want to make sure that you have that wrapped up by the last week of November. So the deadline that you need to put on yourself for picking your favorite photo for your card and designing that card is the weekend after Thanksgiving. Once Thanksgiving is over, we usually have a pretty chill weekend. We're usually putting up our Christmas tree. So this is a good time to get that done. It's fun. And then the deadline for ordering the Christmas cards is going to be December 1st. So last year I discovered that Vistaprint has a mailing service, which is awesome. I know there are other Christmas card companies who do this as well. This seemed to be the most affordable, at least last year it was. And we got postcards. That was even more affordable because our list had gotten pretty long with personal and business cards going out. So postcards were the way to go. Standard shipping for Vistaprint is 8 business days. So if you order your card December 1st, that means everybody is getting your Christmas card about 2 weeks before Christmas. If you want them to get it sooner, you can shift these dates up a little bit earlier. But I tell you, the mailing service was super worth me not having to sit down and address a bajillion cards. Highly recommend. Disclaimer, I am not the type of person who likes to just shop all year long or super far in advance for people. I think that is an awesome way to do it. my brain just doesn't work that way. So I've broken up my shopping into 3 categories: my kids and spouse, my friends, and my family, like extended family. So the second week in November, I'm gonna shop for my friends, whether that's in a store. I'm definitely an online shopper, big time, love the convenience, especially with having kids at home. There's not a whole lot of time for me to go out shopping, and I don't want to take them with me. Let's be real. Third week in November, I'm gonna shop for my family members. And then the fourth week in November, which is Thanksgiving week, I'm gonna pick a day that's chill, maybe the day after Thanksgiving, and sit down with my kids and we'll make their wish list together. And then I can send that list to our family members who they really appreciate having some ideas. And then that weekend at night after the kids go to bed, I got this tip from one of my friends that they do a date night in. So after the kids go to bed, they cozy up on the couch with some snacks, and that's when they shop online for their kids. I love that idea, so I'm gonna try that this year. We'll sit down together, maybe split up the kids that we're shopping for and knock it out. And it might take more than one night, and that's okay. And then the 5th week in November, which leads into the 1st week of December, is when I'm gonna shop for my husband. I definitely feel like I have to wait the longest to shop for him because he will, of course, just buy things for himself. So I need to be sure that he hasn't gotten whatever it is that I'm thinking about getting him. And we tell each other, okay, don't buy anything else for yourself the rest of this month. And then also in that 1st week of December, my husband is the one that loves to do the stocking stuffers, so he'll go out and get all of those items one day that week. Basically, I just want to avoid having to go shopping in the stores anytime in December because I feel like it's just a madhouse. If you're like me, you like to fit in as many holiday-themed activities, outings throughout the whole month of December. Every year there's just so many fun activities, and I just love to take advantage of all of them. But of course, we do have a business and other things going on, so it's important that I actually take the time to make sure that we schedule that out and make time for it. So if you have found in the past where I wish we had time to do this and this and this, but we just don't, take the time the weekend after Thanksgiving and look at your calendar, get on Facebook, see if there are any Christmas events that you want to go to, and go ahead and start putting things in your calendar so that you don't double book yourself. Advent calendar. Do you ever get on Instagram or Pinterest, mid-December and you're like, oh yeah, that's a thing, Advent calendar. I wish I had done that. Now half the month is gone. Never mind. Last year I finally made it on time and it was so great. But this year I want to be even more ahead of the game, so it's not something that I'm trying to cram into the same weekend as everything else we're doing. So I'm putting this on my calendar for the weekend before Thanksgiving. Now, caveat, I am not the one that hosts Thanksgiving, so if you are, maybe you want to put this at a different time in your calendar if that's a stressful weekend for preparing food for the following week. Anyways, take the weekend before Thanksgiving and go ahead and work on your Advent calendar. I do have a video on how we made ours last year, and it's one of my favorite versions that we've made so far. The kids really loved it, so I'll link that video above and below so you can watch that next. And in that video, there is a link to a Google Doc of all the activities and Bible verses that we used for each day that's in the calendar, and you can go in there and tweak those. But the way I do that is I go and I look at our calendar while I'm preparing that document, and I see the activities that I have on my document, and then I match them up with when we could actually do them in December so that they're not opening something on December 2nd that we can't do all the way until December 20th. You know what I'm saying? So I try to line it up with when we're actually going to do that activity. And then a little tip for you, go ahead and go to Dollar Tree that weekend and get all the little items and candy that you want to put into the Advent calendar. And then, of course, you need to have time to put up your tree and decorate for Christmas. We are a fake tree family all the way, so we sometimes put it up the weekend before Thanksgiving or right after. If you get a real tree, then that might have to be a little bit later, right? And then this leads me to the huge announcement that I have for you. Do you remember being back in school when you had holiday class parties? I used to love those days, and now that we are homeschoolers, if I want my kids to have that experience, I'm the one who has to provide it for them, right? And so Something we did last year was we had a class party. We took off of school that day, we decorated, we played games together, we did a craft, we made like a cute holiday themed little treat together, and it was awesome. It was so fun. It was just a great time for us to have together, because if you're like me, school days are not like always beautiful memories. Yay, nice fun mommy. I'm unfortunately not super fun mommy all the time. This was actually really meaningful for me as much as it was for the kids, because I felt like I was given the day off and I was able to just really focus on them and be fun mom, and we had a great time together. So that experience for me led me to do holiday class parties for several other holidays throughout that school year, and we had so much fun. And after our Valentine's Day class party, we had these different things left over that could have definitely been reused to play the games over and over again. And I thought, oh, you know what? My friend in South Carolina would love this. She'd love to have this. I am going to just package it up and send it to her for her and her kids. And so sent that all, wrote out the instructions to each game and packaged it up all cute and sent it to her, and she loved it. And that sparked something in me and set a light bulb off. And I thought, this would be so fun and such an awesome resource for other homeschool parents, or really any family, but specifically I had in mind us homeschooling moms who want to do a holiday class party for our kids. And I thought, you know what? I bet other moms would love to have a ready-to-go kit, all the decorations, all the party stuff, all the game pieces and instructions and craft materials and all of that, just all in one nice neat box that shows up on their doorstep before the holidays. So they just look like a rock star mom who went on Pinterest for weeks on end and planned this awesome day and went all around and shopped and got it all. But you didn't have to, right? And I just thought, this could be really cool. This could be really fun for families who want to do these things. If you're like me, I get on Pinterest all the time and pin things that I never do. Like, oh, that looks fun, that looks cool. Never get around to it. But providing these special memories for our kids and helping them to feel like they didn't get left out of this school experience, we're gonna do a class party right here as a family in our home. Isn't this awesome? I just thought that's important to me. I know it's important to other moms. Let's do this. So my huge announcement is that I'm doing it. I am creating an all-in-one party box for your holiday class party, and I am stoked about it, and I hope that you are too. This is something that's been in the works since the winter, so this fall we are going to launch the pre-sale sign up, so that the very first box is going to be Christmas. See? Christmas, see the whole theme all coming together? It's so beautiful. So I am so excited, and I think that you're going to love it. You're going to love it. So on that note, with our calendar, the schedule we're doing, I want to put in there that I'm going to do a holiday homeschool class party for my kids, a week or two before the holiday. And the last thing on your calendar is wrapping Christmas presents. I like to do that the week before Christmas. I like to sit down at night when the kids go to bed, put a Christmas movie on, and wrap either with my husband, or I'll get together with another girlfriend and we'll wrap all our stuff together, and it's just fun. And then the very last thing on your calendar is, after Christmas is over, go ahead and go to the store and buy that discounted gift wrapping and any other discounted things that you think you would like to have for next year. That's a great time to get it. Extra Christmas lights for your tree, all that good stuff. So that is the whole list. It is linked down below, so you can go and you can tweak it to what works best for you and go ahead and get that stuff on your calendar. So you will just feel like an organized rock star this holiday season with no stress, just easy breezy, enjoying it, living in the moment. I can't wait. It's going to be so much better. I'm excited. Let's do this together. Let's be organized this year. Okay, well, thanks so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, most of my videos are about homeschooling and life as a family of 6 and traveling as a family. So if that interests you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and join us here every week. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Merry early Christmas, fall. I don't know. Bye. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Gotcha. Christmas in September? Christmas in September.